Hello, welcome to Male Secret 60 Plus. I'm Dr. Jane Taylor, a urologist and specialist in integrative health and healthy aging. Today, I want to talk to you about a problem that, if left untreated, steals your energy, your good mood, and ultimately, your quality of life. Those endless trips to the bathroom at night. Do you get up 3, 4, or even more times during the night to urinate? And the next day, does it feel like you barely closed your eyes, with a tiredness that weighs on your body all day long? Unfortunately, many of us, especially after 60, tend to accept this as just part of aging, an inevitable fate. But I'm here to tell you, with decades of experience in my practice, that in the vast majority of cases, this isn't true. This problem, known in medicine as nocturia, has a solution. And believe me, it might be closer than you think. Perhaps right in your own kitchen, not necessarily on a pharmacy shelf. In this video, I'll go beyond the surface. I'll reveal the secret of a powerful nighttime drink made with 100% natural ingredients that has the power to calm your overactive bladder and help your body finally sinks into deep, restorative sleep. I'll uncover the science behind what's really happening in your urinary system during rest and why some daily habits, which you consider completely harmless, may be silently sabotaging your precious sleep. By staying with me until the end, you'll not only discover the complete, detailed recipe for this transformative infusion, but also the 3 most common mistakes you're unknowingly making before bed that directly contribute to those nighttime awakenings. And the best part? I'll teach you how to fix these mistakes starting today. If your desire is to regain control of your nights, wake up with a clear mind, and the real energy you deserve, this video is for you. Believe me, the solution for uninterrupted sleep is simpler and more accessible than you might imagine. Shall we embark on this journey to deep rest? For many years, the idea that getting up multiple times at night to urinate was a normal, inevitable consequence of aging was widely accepted and even spread. The common belief was that the body no longer worked as it used to, that the bladder became more sensitive over time, that the prostate in men naturally enlarged, and that women, in turn, lost bladder control. However, my clinical experience, based on hundreds of cases, has shown me a different truth. In the vast majority of cases I see in my practice, nocturia is far more related to small but significant daily habits than to age itself. And the most exciting news is that by adjusting these seemingly innocent habits, the problem can be reversed, bringing peace back to your nights. What very few people know, and what I'm dedicated to sharing, is that there's an incredibly simple, completely natural nighttime drink that works wonders. It helps calm an irritated bladder, reduces inflammation that often contributes to the problem, and consequently allows your body to rest deeply without the exhausting interruptions that drain your energy. To be clear, I'm not talking about a pharmaceutical drug or some miracle formula sold at a high cost. I'm talking about a specific combination of pure, natural ingredients that work gently yet highly effectively on the nerves and muscles of your urinary system, promoting restorative balance. Now, imagine with me for a moment. What would your life be like if you could enjoy 6, 7, or even 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep? Imagine waking up in the morning with renewed energy, a clear mind, and a body that feels truly rested and revitalized. Sleeping well, my friends, is much more than just physical rest. It's a vital recovery process, an opportunity to reclaim years of life that poorly slept nights and chronic fatigue have subtly stolen from you. It's an investment in your longevity and well-being. Recent, highly credible medical studies have shown a direct and alarming connection. Frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia, is closely linked to an increased risk of developing blood pressure issues, worsening chronic fatigue, and even accelerating memory and cognitive function decline. Think about this. Every time your sleep is interrupted to go to the bathroom, your brain misses a precious opportunity to perform its essential repair processes, clear toxins accumulated during the day, and consolidate newly acquired memories. This is why those who sleep poorly not only feel more exhausted and irritable, but also tend to age faster, both internally and externally. Sleep is a fundamental pillar of biological youth. I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt that your fatigue is affecting your memory or productivity? Share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire and help many others going through the same thing. And now we come to the core, perhaps the most important part of our conversation. Throughout my extensive career in urology and integrative health, I've noticed a pattern that repeats in nearly all my patients. Most people make the same 3 critical mistakes, often unknowingly, in the hours leading up to sleep. The first of these mistakes, and perhaps the most common, seems harmless, but is the one that most activates the bladder, triggering the need to urinate at night. In the third and crucial part of this video, I'll reveal what this mistake is, and more importantly, how you can fix it simply and effectively starting today. But to fully absorb this information, you first need to understand why this phenomenon happens and how your body is actually trying to communicate with you through your bladder. Many are surprised, even shocked, when I say that the cause of nocturia isn't always excessive fluid intake. I have countless patients who report drinking very little water or other liquids at night and still get up multiple times to use the bathroom. In these cases, the root of the problem often lies in silent inflammation of the urinary tract or a subtle imbalance in kidney function, which in turn increases urine production precisely when the body should be in deep rest. When this happens, the bladder becomes an insistent alarm, going off even when it's not completely full, creating an uncomfortable and unrealistic sense of urgency. The good news, and it's crucial to focus on this, is that our body, this complex and wonderful machine, has an incredible ability to return to its natural, ideal balance when given the right support and stimuli. There are natural, easily accessible ingredients that work directly and beneficially on the bladder's muscles, promoting relaxation and reducing that constant, bothersome sense of urgency. Other natural elements help regulate the hormones that control urine production and, in a combined effort, help the brain enter and stay in a state of deep, restorative sleep essential for overall health. Today, I want to teach you how to prepare a simple yet extraordinarily effective infusion that combines the best nature has to offer: nutritious seeds, calming flowers, and essential minerals. Together, these components work in synergy to restore calm to your urinary system and the rest your body craves. It's such a simple, straightforward method that anyone can do at home, with no risks, no worries about unwanted side effects, and best of all, without relying on medications that often bring more problems than solutions. Before we move on to the recipe, I want you to ask yourself a deep, honest question. How many more nights are you willing to lose to a problem that, as you're seeing, has an accessible, natural solution? If you've made it this far in the video, it's because your body is clearly asking for a change, for relief, and that change can start tonight. Stay until the end, as I'll tell you exactly which ingredients you need, how to prepare them correctly, and the surprising effect each has on your body. Most of my patients notice a remarkable improvement within the first week of use. You might be the next to sleep through the night and wake up feeling years of lost rest and vitality restored. This is the core promise of this video and the Male Secret 60+ channel: to help you deeply understand your body, value, and care for your rest, and show you that, even after 60, sleeping deeply and without interruptions isn't a distant, unattainable dream, but a reality fully within your reach. My name is Dr. Jane Taylor, a urologist specializing in integrative health and healthy aging. With solid, ongoing training, including at the renowned Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. For over 2 decades, I've dedicated my career to helping men and women like you find a natural, safe, and effective way to improve their quality of life without relying on medications that often only mask symptoms without addressing the true root cause. I've seen firsthand how chronic fatigue, sleep deprivation, and the constant feeling of waking up exhausted can negatively impact mood, patience, focus, and even family and social relationships. Many of my patients came to my practice fully convinced that waking up multiple times at night to urinate was normal, an inevitable sign of aging. However, after thoroughly analyzing hundreds of cases, we found that in over 70% of people, this problem has an effective, lasting solution when we adjust small but significant habits and incorporate a proper, mindful nighttime routine. That's why I want this video to be much more than just a recipe presentation. I want it to serve as a complete guide to help you decipher what your body is trying to communicate. When your bladder becomes restless and wakes you up at night, it's not punishing you. It's sending you a warning. It's asking you to pay attention to small internal imbalances that can be gently and effectively corrected without the need for aggressive or invasive treatments. In the next few minutes, I'll explain in detail what really causes frequent nighttime urination, the common mistakes that worsen it, and, most crucially, how to reverse it with a natural drink you can prepare at home. This infusion not only calms the bladder, but also helps relax the nerves essential for quality sleep and protects your kidneys' vital function. Throughout my career, I've repeatedly proven that the human body is incredibly wise and resilient. When we nourish it with the right elements and respect its natural rhythms, it responds in a surprising and powerful way. And while time leaves its marks, vitality, mental clarity, and deep rest can indeed be reclaimed and fully enjoyed. If you're here, I invite you, from the bottom of my heart, to stay with me until the end. You won't just learn about a drink with the potential to help you sleep through the night, but you'll also understand the deep, often overlooked causes behind your nighttime awakenings. And this understanding, my dear friends, is the first and most powerful step toward real, lasting change in your health and well-being. Always remember, caring for your sleep isn't a luxury or a whim. It's a fundamental biological necessity. Sleeping well not only dramatically improves your mood, but also protects your heart, strengthens your memory, optimizes brain function, and, provenly, extends your life. In this video, I'll show you the path to achieve this step by step based on the latest science and in simple language that everyone can understand and apply. Through years of observation and clinical practice, I've identified a nearly universal pattern among almost all patients, both men and women, over 60, who suffer from frequent nighttime urination. Regardless of gender or exact age, nearly everyone unknowingly makes the same mistakes in the hours leading up to bedtime. These are habits that, at first glance, seem completely harmless, but, in reality, turn a night that should be restful into an exhausting series of interruptions and awakenings. The first mistake, and one of the most prevalent, is drinking liquids too late. Many think, I need to stay hydrated, so I'll drink plenty of water before bed. However, the human body doesn't function like a sponge that absorbs and stores what it needs indefinitely. Water, or any liquid you drink in the last hour or two before bed, is processed relatively quickly, passes through the kidneys, and fills the bladder exactly when your body should be in deep rest. The predictable result? You wake up 1, 2, 3, or more times with that uncomfortable, disruptive urge to urinate. The analogy is simple. Imagine your bladder as a small balloon. If you fill it just before turning off the light and trying to sleep, it's inevitable that it will need to be emptied during the night. That's why one of the first and most effective adjustments I strongly recommend is to limit liquid intake in the 2 hours before bedtime. It's not about stopping drinking water, but about adjusting the timing, drinking most of it earlier. The second mistake, also very common, is consuming drinks that act as bladder irritants. Drinks like coffee, strong black teas, wine, beer, and even some infusions containing cinnamon or ginger can overstimulate the kidneys and act as potent diuretics. Many people think a glass of wine can help them relax before bed. However, alcohol actually forces the body to produce more urine, working against the purpose of sleep. It's a real trap. You may fall asleep faster due to the initial sedative effect, but you end up waking up soon after with a full bladder. Surprisingly, even some teas marketed as relaxing can contain diuretic herbs, like dandelion, for example. So, when a patient tells me they drink tea and still wake up, my first and crucial recommendation is always to carefully check the ingredient list. The third mistake is eating dinner too late or consuming overly salty foods at night. Salt, chemically, acts like a sponge, retaining fluids in the body during the day and releasing them more intensely at night when the body is seeking water balance. A salt-rich dinner eaten at 9 or 10 p.m. forces the kidneys to work much harder when you should be enjoying restorative sleep. There's also an interesting and important detail. The circadian rhythm, our sophisticated internal biological clock, tends to become more fragile and dysregulated with age. Late dinners, prolonged exposure to blue light from phone or computer screens, and consuming stimulating drinks further disrupt this internal clock, confusing our organs about when it's truly time to rest and when to stay active. Let me share a real and illustrative example from my practice. Mr. Antonio, a 68-year-old patient, came to my clinic fully convinced that his bladder was simply old and that there was no solution. He was waking up consistently 4 times a night and reported that nothing he tried seemed to work. Upon analyzing his daily and nighttime habits, we discovered that he had a habit of eating dinner late and drinking a dandelion tea before bed, unaware that it was a potent natural diuretic. I suggested a simple but crucial adjustment: moving dinner earlier and swapping his nighttime infusion for a more suitable one. Within less than a week, to his surprise and delight, he started sleeping 6 hours straight without interruptions. Mr. Antonio's story is, unfortunately, very common and serves as a powerful reminder that the solution to nocturia often lies in small, smart adjustments to habits, not necessarily in complex medications. Now let's get to the eagerly awaited natural, practical, and delicious solution. The drink I'm going to teach you combines the power of 3 carefully selected natural elements: pumpkin seeds, chamomile, and pure honey. Pumpkin seeds are our first and powerful component. Seemingly insignificant in size, they are true nutritional gems, containing high concentrations of zinc, magnesium, and essential fatty acids. From a urological perspective, these nutrients work directly and beneficially on the urinary system. Zinc, for example, is crucial for reducing tissue inflammation, especially important for prostate health in men, contributing to a healthier urinary flow. Magnesium is a mineral known for its ability to relax muscles, including those surrounding the bladder, preventing involuntary contractions and spasms that cause that sudden, uncomfortable urge to urinate. The second ingredient is chamomile, an ancient plant that many of us underestimate, associating it only with a generic relaxing tea. However, chamomile contains powerful bioactive compounds, such as flavonoids, particularly apigenin, which act directly and provenly on the central nervous system. In simpler terms, these compounds help silence stress and anxiety signals traveling from the brain to the body, which can, believe it or not, influence bladder activity. These same signals, when overly active, can increase urine production and tense the muscles in the lower abdomen. By drinking chamomile infusion, we're sending a gentle yet effective command to our body. There's no danger, you can deeply relax. The third component is pure, natural honey, which serves a lesser-known but equally vital role for our sleep. During deep sleep, our brain, which never stops working, needs a constant, stable flow of glucose to function properly. If blood glucose levels drop drastically during the night, the body interprets this as a stress situation and releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which wake us up suddenly. A small amount of natural honey before bed provides enough glycogen reserves for the liver, preventing this unwanted adrenaline spike and keeping the brain in a stable, continuous state of rest, promoting uninterrupted sleep. Now, let's go over the detailed preparation. You'll need 1 cup of hot filtered water, about 200 milliliters, 1 high-quality chamomile tea bag, or a generous teaspoon of pure dried chamomile flowers, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, lightly toasted and ground. A food processor or simple mortar will do. ½ teaspoon of pure natural honey, preferably organic. The preparation is simple, but requires attention to detail to extract the maximum benefits from the ingredients. Heat the water until just before it starts to boil. Don't let it boil excessively to preserve the properties. Place the chamomile in your favorite cup and pour the hot water over it. Add the ground pumpkin seeds to the cup and stir gently. Very important, cover the cup with a saucer or small plate for about 10 minutes. This allows the chamomile and seeds to release their beneficial compounds and prevents the essential oils from evaporating. When the infusion is lukewarm, a comfortable drinking temperature, add the honey and stir well until it fully dissolves. It's crucial to drink the infusion lukewarm, not too hot, to fully preserve the delicate properties of the ingredients, especially the honey and chamomile. The best time to consume this drink is 30 to 40 minutes before bed, in a calm, peaceful environment. Create a true ritual, dim the bright lights, turn off all screens, phone, tablet, TV, and allow yourself to relax. Here's a final trick, a simple but highly effective technique to further enhance the relaxing effect of this infusion and calm the nervous system. After drinking the infusion, sit comfortably or lie down in bed and practice deep breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 2 seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this sequence 5 to 7 times. This conscious breathing activates the vagus nerve, a cranial nerve that connects the brain to many internal organs, including the bladder, and helps further reduce tension and bladder urgency, preparing the body for sleep. Consistency and patience are, without a doubt, the key to success. In the first few days, you may still wake up once or twice as your body adjusts. Don't get discouraged. Stick with the routine. Over time and with persistence, the sense of urgency will gradually decrease, and your sleep will become more continuous. Some of my patients notice a significant difference in just 3 days, others in a week. But the end result is always the same: deeper, more natural, and truly restorative rest. If you've made it this far in the video, it's because you have a genuine and powerful desire to take care of yourself, to invest in your health and well-being. To me, that's a sign of commitment. Write deep sleep in the comments below as a sign of your commitment to yourself. And always remember, caring for your sleep isn't an optional luxury. It's an act of self-love and respect for your body and mind. A truly rested body thinks better, handles stress better, feels better emotionally, and interacts better with the world and the people you love. I wish you, from the bottom of my heart, peaceful, uninterrupted nights and mornings filled with light, energy, and vitality. And if you know someone who also suffers from nocturia, who's tired of poorly slept nights, don't hesitate. Share this video with them. Sometimes a simple tip and a natural recipe can change the quality of life for 2 or more people at once. Don't forget to subscribe to the Male Secret 60+ channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any valuable tips for your health and longevity. Until the next video,